Jeremy Bentham, the founder of Utilitarianism. He was born in London 1748. His father was a prosperous lawyer. He was expected to follow the footsteps of his father as a lawyer, but he did not. He became famous for his works, such as Introduction to the Principles of Morals and Legislation and The Fragment of Government. Theory of Utilitarianism. It is sometimes called consequentialism, for it focuses on the effect of particular end or telos, are also called happiness. And the theory says actions are morally impossible if and only if they produce at least as much as net happiness as any other available action. In other words, the more happiness and less suffering that results from our action, the better the action is. And the right action is the one that produces the greatest balance of happiness over suffering. Utilitarianism can be divided into two parts: the value theory, the theory of right action. The first theory says that the only thing that's valuable in its own right is the happiness in the absence of suffering. Other things like money might be derivatively valuable because it helps us get happiness. Second, the theory of right action. The right action is the one that maximizes, produces the most of what's valuable, or if that's uncertain, that produces the most expected value. If you put those two pieces, the theory of valuable and theory of right action, given what's valuable, together you will get utilitarianism. For example, I'm a doctor, and let's say I have only 5 doses left of very scarce medicine. In an emergency situation, I am left with 6 patients, all of whom need a drug to survive. But one of them, that's color needy, will survive only if I gave her all 5 doses of drug. The other 5 patients can survive only a single dose each. And you can assume that I know nothing else about this patient. Utilitarianism will tell us to divide up the drug, saving the 5 and allowing needy to die. Why? Because saving the 5 lives preserves much more happiness and prevents much more suffering than saving just 1 life. In that case, it seems like the right answer. Origin. David Hume is the one who proposed the idea, but Jeremy Bentham and John Stewart made the idea more depth and more profound. 3 points of utilitarianism. First is consequentialism. Consequence is only morally right if there is a presence of happiness. Therefore, happiness is the key in determining whether an act is moral or not. Second, pleasure happiness is the only thing that truly has intrinsic value. If there is no pleasure yielded, then the act is morally wrong. We may value things aside from pleasure happiness, such as knowledge, beauty, and health. But we never value something unless we associate it with pleasure or happiness. Thus, we value beauty because it is pleasurable to behold, and also the knowledge. Third, everyone's happiness counts equally. Every person's happiness is taken into account, and no one should be left behind. The general happiness is best served by each person, focusing primarily on themselves and those around them. How to measure happiness or pleasure. Philosophic altruism. Amount of pleasure minus amount of pain is equal to moral or immoral act. The greater the amount of pleasure over the amount of pain, the moral the act is. Factors in assessing an act. It must be more intense, should last longer, should be more certain to occur, should be coming to sooner rather than later, turn many happiness rather than pains, and consider how many people will be affected. And according to Jeremy Bentham, create all the happiness you are able to create, remove all the misery you are able to remove. That's utilitarianism. Thank you for watching.